When we sit down for a meal, we often think about the flavors and textures of our food. But there is a silent, unsung hero at work from the very first bite, our saliva. This remarkable fluid does far more than simply moisten our mouths. It is a complex substance, a crucial first step in the grand process of digestion. It contains special proteins, called enzymes, that begin breaking down our food before it even reaches our stomach. It lubricates each mouthful, making it easy to swallow and protecting the delicate lining of our throat from harm. Without it, every meal would be a difficult and uncomfortable affair. But its duties do not end there. Saliva is also a valiant guardian of our oral health. It constantly washes over our teeth and gums, clearing away tiny food particles that might otherwise cause decay. It acts as a buffer, neutralizing the harmful acids produced by bacteria that can erode our precious tooth enamel. This constant cleansing action is vital for maintaining a healthy mouth throughout our lives. It is a quiet, continuous process, one that we rarely notice, but would surely miss if it were gone. It is nature's own mouthwash, working tirelessly day and night. Furthermore, this incredible liquid is a first line of defense against unseen invaders. Our mouths are a gateway to the rest of our body, and saliva stands guard, ready to fend off harmful microbes. It is rich with antimicrobial compounds that can attack and destroy dangerous bacteria and viruses before they have a chance to take hold and cause illness. This protective shield is essential for our well-being, helping to keep us safe from the countless germs we encounter in our environment every single day. It is a testament to the elegant efficiency of the natural world. So, you see, saliva is not merely water. It is a sophisticated biological fluid, a multi-purpose tool perfected by millions of years of evolution. It is a digestive aid, a dental protector, and a microbial warrior all rolled into one. From the moment food enters our mouths until long after we have finished our meal, saliva is there, performing its many vital roles. It is one of the most overlooked yet most important substances our body produces, a true marvel of biological engineering that supports our health in countless ways. The story of saliva is a fascinating chapter in the grand book of evolution. For primates, including ourselves, this story is deeply connected to what we eat. As ancient primates moved into new environments and adapted to different food sources, their bodies changed, and their saliva changed along with them. The proteins within saliva are not fixed, they are adaptable. Over countless generations, the genetic code responsible for producing these proteins evolved rapidly, tailoring the composition of saliva to best suit a particular diet. It is a wonderful example of nature's ability to fine-tune its creations. Imagine a primate that primarily eats tough, fibrous leaves. Its saliva would need to be rich in proteins that help to bind and neutralize tannins, which are bitter compounds found in many plants that can make digestion difficult. Now, contrast that with a primate that feasts on sugary fruits. Its saliva might evolve to have different properties, perhaps better suited to managing sugars and protecting teeth from decay. Each diet presents a unique set of challenges, and evolution has responded by equipping each species with a customized blend of salivary proteins to meet those specific needs. Scientists have made remarkable discoveries by comparing the genes that code for saliva across different primate species. They have found that these genes are some of the most rapidly evolving parts of the primate genome. This tells us that the pressures of diet and environment have been a powerful force, driving constant change and adaptation. The differences are not random. They are a direct reflection of the evolutionary journey each species has taken. By studying these genetic blueprints, we can trace the dietary history of our ancestors and our primate cousins. This evolutionary flexibility is a key to survival. The ability to quickly adapt saliva to a new diet could mean the difference between thriving and struggling in a new habitat. A primate group that could efficiently digest a newly available food source would have a significant advantage. This is why we see such a rich diversity in saliva across the primate family tree. From the mountain gorillas of Africa to the orangutans of Borneo, each has a saliva composition that has been meticulously shaped by its unique ecological niche and the foods it relies upon. When we look at our own saliva, we find a particularly interesting evolutionary tale, one that sets us apart from our closest living relatives, the great apes. The most striking difference lies in our ability to digest starch. Human saliva is packed with a powerful enzyme called amylase. This protein is a digestive powerhouse, and its job is to break down complex carbohydrates, or starches, into simpler sugars that our bodies can easily absorb for energy. This adaptation has had a profound impact on the course of human history and our global success as a species. Chimpanzees and gorillas, our nearest primate kin, have very low levels of amylase in their saliva. This makes perfect sense when you consider their diets, which are typically rich in fruit, leaves, and insects, but very low in starchy foods. Their bodies are not optimized to get energy from things like potatoes or grains. The human lineage, however, took a different path. As our ancestors began to explore new food sources, including underground tubers, and later cultivated grains with the advent of agriculture, a remarkable change occurred. Our ability to produce high levels of salivary amylase became a tremendous advantage. This change is written directly into our DNA. Humans have multiple copies of the gene for amylase, known as AMY1, whereas other apes have only one. The more copies of this gene a person has, the more amylase they produce in their saliva, and the more efficiently they can digest starches. This genetic duplication was a pivotal evolutionary event. It allowed our ancestors to unlock a dense and reliable source of calories that was largely inaccessible to other primates, fueling the growth of our larger, energy-hungry brains, and enabling human populations to expand across the globe. Today, we can still see this variation within human populations. Cultures with a long history of eating high-starch diets, such as those in Europe and Asia where agriculture has been practiced for millennia, tend to have more copies of the AMY1 gene on average. In contrast, populations with a history of low-starch diets, such as some rainforest hunter-gatherers, often have fewer copies. This shows that evolution is not just something that happened in the distant past. It is an ongoing process, continually shaping our biology in response to our culture and our diet. The study of saliva does more than just teach us about our evolutionary past. It also offers a remarkable window into our present-day health. Because it is so easy and painless to collect, saliva is becoming an increasingly valuable tool for doctors and researchers. It contains a wealth of biological information, including hormones, genetic material, and proteins that can signal the presence of disease. This liquid mirror reflects the state of our entire body, providing clues that can help us understand and manage our well-being without the need for invasive procedures. By analyzing the components of a person's saliva, scientists can learn about their risk for certain conditions. For example, the levels of specific proteins might indicate an increased risk for dental cavities or gum disease. Other markers could point to systemic illnesses, such as diabetes or autoimmune disorders. This field, known as salivary diagnostics, holds immense promise for the future of medicine. It could lead to simple, non-invasive tests that allow for the early detection of diseases, giving patients a better chance for successful treatment and a healthier life. Furthermore, understanding the link between diet, genes, and saliva can help us make more informed choices about our own nutrition. Knowing that our ability to digest starches is tied to our genetic makeup helps explain why different people may respond differently to the same diet. This knowledge empowers the field of personalized nutrition, where dietary recommendations can be tailored to an individual's unique biology. What works well for one person may not be optimal for another, and our saliva holds some of the clues as to why. In the end, this humble fluid connects us to our deepest ancestral past and points the way toward a healthier future. The story of saliva is a beautiful illustration of how evolution works, shaping every part of us in response to the world we inhabit. From helping our ancient ancestors thrive on new foods to helping modern doctors diagnose disease, saliva is a testament to the intricate and wonderful complexity of life. It reminds us that even in the most ordinary parts of ourselves, there are extraordinary stories waiting to be discovered.